How's it going, everybody? Just gonna do an unboxing video on my new Glock purchase, the Model 35. I got it yesterday. If you're not a subscriber to me, I had made a video yesterday when I got this gun, just trying to have some fun, you know, with my subscribers that watch my videos. Trying to see if they can guess which model I got. Nobody did, of course, but I ended up taking the video down. You know, I was like, you know, it's kind of dumb. Kind of corny in a way, and shoot, I even, it's not why I deleted it, but I even had already a dislike on a video, but whatever. I don't know why people dislike videos, why they, you know, feel like they need to take the time to dislike a video, but that's not why I did it, just mostly because I thought it was kind of corny, and, you know, I didn't really get as many comments as I would have liked, but again, it's no big deal, because I know with 4th of July, people's pretty busy. So not as many people were probably on YouTube as, you know, as they usually are. So no big deal. So yeah, nobody guessed which model I got, but I did get the Glock 35, which if you don't know, it is the compensated model. And it is safety check, by the way. Just kind of showing what you get, kind of doing an unboxing, so kind of boring, but whatever. You know what you get with them. You get the cheesy lock that nobody uses. If you live in a high-cap state, you get 2 15-round magazines. Your basic speed loader that probably nobody really uses either. With this Glock 35, it has adjustable sights, so here's a little flathead to adjust the sights, which your other Glock models don't usually come with. Your warranty card, your casing, spent casing when they shot the gun for the first time, basically. You know, some states require it just for different reasons, but the date was collected for this gun on 4/11/2012. And of course, all your basic information you get with Glock, your owner's manual and all the other safety feature crap, and of course your typical Glock rod and also brush. So of course that's basically what you get. Anyways, throw the gun, put this crap out to the side, and of course, you know, your typical pretty nice Glock hard case, you know, which I wish all guns would come with a hard case. You know, especially ones that cost a lot of money. You know, some of them just come with a cheap case, but whatever. Cardboard, you know. In case if you're from Ohio, this is where I'd purchase it from. Great company. They're a smaller company. You know, there's only 4 of their stores. You know, real good guys. Here's a couple different places, which is not showing up good on my phone. Got one in Mentor, Ohio. One in Lorain, Ohio. Middleburg Heights, and you know, so yeah, but give me a half an hour free whenever you buy a firearm from them, so it's kind of cool because they're a gun shop and range and all that into one place. But of course, I don't really need it because I belong to a club, which I can shoot for free anyways, and you know, actually have a little more fun instead of indoor range. You know, it's all outside, so. But, so anyways, here's the gun. Again, it is safety checked. The Glock 35. If you didn't know, it's the 40 Smith & Wesson. It is. I've been wanting a full-size Glock ever since I got rid of my 23. Regretted it, of course. So I got the full-size frame, but it is the extended barrel because this is supposed to be the competition model. It has a longer barrel. In case you don't know, it has this milled out because of, since it is more material, you know, a longer slide. I guess they said it could have affected cycling issues if that wasn't removed, the extra added weight. So that's why they did that. You can get like aftermarket Lone Wolf barrels where they'll actually be ported if you wanted to, but you know, me, I don't know. And a lot of people complain that it kind of covered up the front sight after a while with the carbon buildup, you know. But anyways, so this gun comes with adjustable sights. You know, you can adjust it for, I imagine, elevation and windage. I see 2 screws there, so I'm not real familiar with this model, so bear with me. It does come factory with the model, the 34 too, which is the 9mm version. Comes with extended slide release, which I don't really care for, and also magazine release, but I also don't care for. Of course, if you're doing competition shooting, then yeah, you may want those things to make you speed up a little better. But me, I do the overhand method when I rack my side, and I don't really need an extended magazine release. I think it just has a greater chance of you accidentally hitting it. But whatever. But I won't change them. However, I did put 100 rounds to it yesterday. No jams, but I did have the slide lock back on me with ammo still in the mag. But it wasn't where the rounds wouldn't feed. It's mostly because I think with the extended release, which I'm not used to yet, because I'm used to the traditional Glock release, I accidentally had lifted it up during shooting and locked it back. And there's actually, I'm not the only one that has done that. And, I've heard other people have the same issue. Some people actually changed it, but I don't think I'll go that far in changing it. You just gotta get a different grip and get used to it, you know. But anyways, and it does have a 4.5 trigger pull compared to your standard Glock 5.5. Of course, you know that's what they say, but it's always varies. And actually, this isn't one of the guns I was planning on getting. Originally, I was wanting the 22, but then somebody that I know has one in 4th gen, and I didn't want to kind of get the same gun. And the other thing was, I ended up changing my mind and wanting to get the 10mm, the Glock 20C for compensated. But of course, they didn't have any. That company that I bought the gun from, this one, he looked and he couldn't find any available. So, of course, I was just going to wait. But then, you know, I started thinking, even once I start reloading for 10mm, which of course now I'm not, it would still be hard to find brass for, a little more challenging. And I just said, I'm just going to hold off on that. So I just stick with the 40, which I could find brass anytime at my range. There's so many people that shoot 40s at the club I belong to, so you know, it's dime in a dozen. And instead of getting a 22, like I said, I wanted something a little different. And this is a model that I never actually seen him carry on hand. Usually the competition models are ones that you gotta usually special order. You know, like go into the store and have them order it for you. It's not one that they usually sell a lot of compared to some other models. But this one he actually happened to have. He has a 34 also, but of course I don't really, not a big 9mm fan, so I'm really a big 40 guy. So yeah, I ended up opting with this one. I says, you know, it's more than a regular Glock. But I says, you know, it's different. You don't see too many Glock 35s out at the range. You know, I've never seen one. Actually, I think this is the first one I actually seen, even at a store, you know. So to me, it's kind of rare. But anyway, so yeah, I opted for this one. You know, and I put 100 rounds through it, and like I said, and you know, so far, man, I'm pretty impressed with it. Recoil is very nice. Mostly probably because it's a lot bigger, and I'm used to my Glock 27. What I do like about what they did with the 35 is that they did do the barrel, or I'm sorry, the slide, the same cut like they did with the 27s. So I think that's probably for holstering a little better, you know, for competition shooting. So it's to me it kind of looks a little nicer than your traditional blocky Glock look. So it gives it a little more lines to it. But so yeah, that's the gun I opted for. Probably going to use it for home defense and stuff. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.